So many of the things that we saw My Arcade revealed back at CES 2025 are just finally here at the end of the year starting to hit store shelves. In this video, we're going to take a look at something very different. This is the My Arcade Casino Player. That's next.
Keys of Fury is a brand new retro action beat-em-up typing game. Think Typing of the Dead meets Streets of Rage and you've got Keys of Fury. Whether you're a beginner typist or a 100 words per minute expert, Keys of Fury will leave you feeling like a typing master of key food. Hitting Steam for just $5 November 24th. Wish list now or purchase at keysoffury.com.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. If you were there with me at CES 2025, you might remember seeing this casino player shown off on the show floor. And even then, it got a lot of attention for being so very different from anything else My Arcade was doing. It's not based on any video game IPs or any IPs at all, for that matter. It's a generic games of chance, casino-themed tabletop gaming machine. And the interesting thing to me was that this is a bit of a stretch for My Arcade, who focused largely on the nostalgia of retro gaming, and now I think they're really getting to an interesting new market. And so, you know, I could maybe think, oh, is this actually going to be of interest to folks who watch my channel? But I think that depending upon the scope of your interest, though this isn't based on retro video games, this is something new from the company that has built an empire on retro video game related gadgets. And here they are coming into the holiday season of 2025. I think this big swing just might pay off for them as reaching a new market and a new set of consumers who otherwise might not take a look at a Pac-Man or a Galaga kind of a gadget. You think? Let's go to the table and find out. While this is certainly a whole new flavor of beast for My Arcade, you can see the origins back in the micro players and the other tabletop arcade machines. And though this is leaning away from the whole arcade aspect, even though the name of the company is My Arcade, this little machine leans heavily into the casino and the Vegas aesthetic. I mean, on the packaging, you can see there's some roulette and some dice and some chips over here. Same thing on this side. And before I leave the front, we got to be sure we call out 30 plus casino style and puzzle games. So this isn't 30 casino games. There are 30 games on here, including casino and puzzle. And if you're just looking at the art design here and not reading carefully, you might initially think, oh, it's 30 plus casino games. Now, there are plenty of casino games on here. It's just important we point out that they're not all casino games. They're puzzle games, board games, other sorts of games of chance. And we'll explore that as we move forward. Now, around here on the back, we have that magnetic latch gatefold that just has some overview that explains the 31 casino style and puzzle games, 3.5-inch screen, powered by 4 AA batteries, includes the casino player, mini screwdriver, and a user guide. And then on the back of the box, here's where you get your first look at the full list of games, where you'll see the initial 10 titles are in fact casino games, Baccarat, slot machine, Blackjack, things like that. Then you have a further 21 games added to that are the same kind of like casual fun sort of game, not necessarily arcade style games. You can see a dice, Sudoku, pair match, brain challenge, and you're probably starting to get the impression by now that, look, they're board games. You got chess and checkers is on there as well as all these casino games. So this really harkens back and makes me think of all the little LCD gambling and board game and dice games that your dad or your uncle or somebody might have had when you were growing up that would play one game. They would play Blackjack or they would play slots or something. And so all of that then is kind of piled onto this as a arcade game, an arcade machine for a very different audience. And let's get inside this thing and check out how it delivers on that. Now, once inside, of course, we have our casino player. We're going to focus on that in a second. We have, oh, joy of joys, another little My Arcade screwdriver to add to my collection, and a few pieces of printed material. This is the user guide, which is literally how to put in the batteries in about 20 languages. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's see, we have, what is a safety guide, which is a warranty, stuff like that, in about 20 different languages. We won't need that. And then we still don't have a new catalog for the new year. It'd be nice to have. This is still like GameStation Pro and Pixel Pocket Pros. Again, something that we've already seen. Now, let's jump in and take a tour of the hardware before we get this powered on and try it out. Very reminiscent of the original Microplayers and Microplayer Pros, but it is a brand new mold here. But you can see it takes design cues from My Arcade's history of making these little tabletop toys. So up top we have a marquee. Now this is an illuminated marquee. It actually is backlit, so we'll see that in a second. Down here we have a 3.5-inch horizontal screen. This is probably the same screen we've seen on other 2025 materials. The right size for this kind of device. Looks really good here. Now down here below that screen you have the control panel. Now really it's just kind of a regular Microplayer with a bat top joystick and an A and a B button, but they're all stylized. So the artwork around the joystick, it looks like a roulette wheel. The buttons are poker chips, and they feel pretty much like they're convex, so they're kind of dome-topped buttons. They're not particularly clicky, but we've seen Microplayer buttons and joysticks, so I expect we're going to get similar functionality out of those. We have a home, info, and a start button. Info is kind of new. And then down here, this is just for decoration, but it looks like a payout for a slot machine, a jackpot. It's kind of a sticker down there to show when you win, there's where your money's going to pile up. And while we're talking about controls, we've got to come around here to the right-hand side. This is probably the feature that's going to grab the most people's attention. There's a little slot machine arm on the side of it to really drive home the casino aspect. Now it is spring-loaded, feels pretty good. You have to apply a little pressure to pull it down. There's a little steel shaft arm there. Now, I expect this is just going to work on a handful of games. We saw a couple of slot machine games listed on the back of the box. Why would you need this for anything else? But, you know, it's really just, this is an attraction. This is a feature. You know, it's kind of like having a, I don't know, it's like having a trackball on something, you know? You maybe don't need it for every game or a spinner or something, but boy, if you have it here, it's going to make games that use it feel that much more authentic. Coming around the back then, very comparable to what you would see on other My Arcade devices of this size. You have a volume up and down button that flank either side of the power on-off switch. Here you have a rear-firing single mono speaker. Below that, you have the battery door where you'll insert your 4 AA batteries. And there is a security screw, and we'll use our little screwdriver to get that open and get it in there. At the bottom, headphone jack. You have a USB-C 5-volt power in. You can power this batteries or a cable. Cable's not included. And then you have a button here for variable brightness on that screen. I find the overall design to be very effective and very evocative of a casino environment. You have the kind of the speed cloth fabric around the outside that you would see on a table. You have the gold accents and the molding. Then you have the side art that includes, you know, cards and chips and the buttons that are themed. All in all, I think it presents itself very well as something that would be appealing to people that don't care about video games, but care about casual gaming. So let's see how it stacks up in that regard. Let's get this fake little screenshot off, put some batteries in this thing, and give it a test drive. Would you like the opportunity to win an Atari VIP press kit? We're preparing to launch GXG Insider, where we'll deliver breaking retro news, new releases, topics of Gen X interest, and exclusive info directly from our partners right to your inbox. And it all starts by visiting GenXGrownUp.com. Between now and the end of the year, Insider subscribers will be entered in weekly drawings for prizes like plug and plays, nostalgic toys, and Steam game keys. Now, we just sent notification this week to Insiders Nino, Jimmy, and Scott, who won prizes in this week's drawing, and there are plenty more coming. And then, at the end of the year, we'll do a random drawing of all subscribers to give away an original Atari 2600 VIP press kit. Remember that giant white box shaped like a VCS with all the controllers and games inside? Yeah, that can be yours. And all it takes to win is just pop over to our website at GenXGrownUp.com and sign up for a free subscription to GXG Insider. Don't wait, do it now. Join GXG Insider for regular news and multiple chances to win. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, we're juiced up and ready to go. I have the camera set kind of dark so that you can see the illuminated marquee. There we go, comes right on. Walking to the arcade, even though it's casino, we're walking to the arcade. Okay, the opening screen, My Arcade. And here we are. So I wanted to make sure first you could see the illuminated marquee. I guess you could say it has a bit of a hot spot. There's not like a pinpoint of light, but it looks like it's just a single LED or maybe 2 LEDs right there in the middle to backlight that. It looks fine. It would be nice, maybe nicer if it had a little more lighting across that or something to dissipate that light. But still, illuminated marquee is something I've been asking for. So let me crank up that volume and let me zoom in a little bit so we can see a little more clearly. Zoomed in just a bit more here so that you can see the controls and the screen simultaneously. And I have it, the music, the audio is at full. That single rear firing speaker is doing fine. Right now it's just playing some background music if you listen. This little drum beat back there. And we'll listen to see how it does as we look at the different games. As far as the screen, I have it on the default brightness, which is the middle level, level 2. So you can go one brighter. You can go back down to dim and then up to medium. So it looks very nice and vibrant in person here. I don't want to make the camera bloom and make sure you can see these games nice and clearly as they change brightness. So I'm going to stick on the medium. And then overall in the menu, you have a choice of two things. You have casino games and you flip the cards. You have puzzle games. So let's start with the casino. That's where most people are going to want to see. So let's pop in here with A. It says hit A to play. By the way, nice menu. This is a custom menu. Some animated elements. It's you could have done nothing and they did something. So it's quite nice there. All right, so you pop in here. What do we got? So here are our 10 casino games. We have 10 of these and 21 over in the puzzle side. So we got Texas Hold'em. We'll look at all of these in a second. Baccarat, Caribbean Stud Poker, Show Hand, Fruit Slot Machine. There's one. Blackjack, Change Cup, Roulette, Polar Slot Machine. Those are, okay, 3 slot machines. Polar slot and retro slot. So of the 10, it's like a 3 slot machine. So we ought to get good use out of this pull arm, certainly. And as you go through individual games, you see you can tap the info button to get information about this. So this is something they seem to have learned in the Game Station Pro, Game Station Go world, which is, it's nice to have a little bit of information about how to play. Now, this is just one page. This will not teach you how to play Texas Hold'em, unfortunately. And metadata is almost free in terms of storage. It's just text. You could give me 20 pages on how to play Texas Hold'em if you wanted to. This is really the most rudimentary instructions. Yeah, players take turns to act. Complete your turn before time runs out. What about betting? What about hands? I know, you know, a player might like to know. So, okay. At least, look, you gave us something. Nobody's ever happy, are they? You used to give us nothing. Now you've given us something. And in this case, it's more than we had, certainly. So we have information about it. I should say, from that game screen, that info screen, you can hit A to play directly from there, or you can hit info to back out. So here's Baccarat, I think it's pronounced, info. You can go through these, stud poker, show hand, slot machine. Again, it just says use the D-pad, press A to select. Blackjack, change cup, roulette. So let's quickly take a look at each of these games. Look, there's 31 games here. We're going to take a look at each of these and take a look at a sampling of the other games so you have an idea of what it is you're going to get in this game. So I'm going to tap A. Let's jump me into the game. All right, so Texas Hold'em Poker. Press Start. And you get a layout here on the table. So here's you on the bottom. There's your bankroll. So I was dealt crappy cards, a Jack 8. So it's my turn. What I want to do, I will call. I shouldn't. Now it's back around to me, more raises. All right, I'll call again. Ill-advised, because I'm going to lose this hand, but just want to see what happens here. I'm going to raise. So now I can come down here to my little poker chips and say how much I want to raise, right? And let's confirm over here. There we go. And that helped me. Almost none. But we're going to stick with it. Let's go all in because we don't know how to play cards. We really do, but maybe I can push him out. I could not push him out. I'm all out. So push start to get out. So you could follow the correct rules of poker and play a game of Texas Hold'em poker. Now, as I'm looking in my camera, I see a bit of a moire pattern on the screen. I do not see that at all here on the screen that I'm playing on. So if you are seeing any kind of lines or pattern in there, it's an artifact of the camera. It's important to say. So to escape this, I guess I'm going to say home. Love that. A confirmation to make sure I didn't push that button on accident. I could be in the middle of an awesome game, right? Yeah, all right. So yes, no. So yes, we do want to exit. So out we go. What about Baccarat? I have only played Baccarat one time, and I don't know how to play it very well, and I'm probably not going to even try here, but I'm going to give you a look at the software. Really nice. I mean, look, this is, I don't know what these ROM images are, or what these, I guess they're not even ROM images. I'm in the habit of old video games. I don't know what these games are, where they came from. I don't recognize them. Maybe you do. You'll let me know. I'm going to bet 100 on, maybe I should or should not do that. Hit start when I'm ready. The players and the bankers. All right. So that's a great way to lose some money real fast. Let's try that again. Yeah. So those that know how to play Baccarat better are going to see, oh yeah, It looks kind of like a variant of Blackjack, but I'm happy to be a casino noob on this particular game. Let's keep looking. Home, confirmation again. Let's come down to Caribbean Stud Poker again. Player plays against a computer opponent. Hit A from this menu. You can jump right in. Boots fast. There's not much in the way. That speaker is kind of weak. Can you hear it? It's back there. Now, you might argue that music and sound effects in a game like this aren't as important, but maybe when we get down to slot machines, we want to hear that ka-chank noise, you know? We'll see how it goes. It's kind of a weak speaker. Place your bet. All right, I'll bet 50. And how do you commit the bet? Hit start. See, this is a side effect of, you know, I've thrown away those instructions laughingly, but it's not because I'm throwing away important information. There's not information in those to tell you how to play these individual games, right? Now, at any time, I can still go info, but what is this going to tell me? D-pad to navigate, press A to select. I'm kind of already doing that, so hit deal, I guess. Yeah, so each game, the previous one, hit stuff and hit start. This one you have to go over and navigate and hit deal. So you will have to spend a little time figuring out, hey, I won, yay. You're going to have to spend a little time figuring out what the mechanics are of these games, because you're not provided full instruction manual. I don't think it would be that tough. That's a great addition. I can see, you know, it would be nice to have. Let's bet some money here. Come over to the deal. And look, I've got at least a pair of queens. That's not so bad. So I'm going to bet. And I win. So there we go. I don't have to be good at this game to win. Apparently, I don't know the instructions to win. Let's come down to show hand. What's the info on that? Players face off against 3 computer opponents. Yeah, you're not really telling me what the variation is on cards. You're just saying try to win, which I promise I was going to try to win. Music is back there. Very soft. Again, that's down all the way up. All right, I'm hitting start. There we go. Ooh, got a spinner. All right, so we have a jack. We'll call. So different layouts to these games, certainly, but they're not just little 8-bit pixely games, you know? Yep. Oh, I have a king jack suited, certainly. There's a pair of aces on the board, so I'm definitely from behind. There's a pair of 8s showing. I'm way, way behind. If I were trying to actually win this game, I would be folding crappy hands and playing good ones. That's not what I'm doing here, but I want you to be able to see the mechanics of the game, what kind of options coming along. Let's go ahead and lose this hand as I'm about to do. Bet 100 there. Folded. There we go. And I'm going to call, which I shouldn't do. And I had a pair of jacks. I can beat the table, so I know I'm out. Oh, pretty lady says lose. All right. Fruit slot machine. All right. It's slot machine time. Okay. So, decide what to bet on here. Oh, yeah. So I'm putting coins on different things. All right. Here we go. Hey, big win. 2 coins. You are a winner. Oh, it looks like I still have all of my bets here. I can just pull and play again. That's what I want to do. Just sit and pull that arm and see what happens. Now, there is a start button. Maybe you can hit start also, but why would you when you have a lever? All right, can I hit start also? Maybe hit A. I can hit A. Okay. But again, why would I hit A when I have this big, pretty arm that I can pull? I'm losing my shirt. Let's pull again. And this is one of, it looks like 3 slot machine games that are on here. So if you're a fan of the slots, it's gonna be a lot to satisfy you here. Come down to Blackjack. I know how to play Blackjack. That's no problem. There's a little voice in there that said, place your bet, please. There's some music. Again, very soft. All right, let's see. What do we got? Let's, 25 bucks. And it's start, I guess. Yeah, so you got to guess it first. So, look, I got 17. He's got an ace. I'm going to stand. 20, I lost. I figured. Start him off with an ace. I should stay. He's got a 3. I want to stay. Yeah. Good call. Good instincts, Johnny. All right, there's 100. We'll do one more hand. You get the idea. And look, I can see with double, probably split is available. It's grayed out right now. So, 12, I need to hit on that. 17, that's a good place to stand. Bust, go. Oh, 21. Jerk. Oh, we'll do one more hand. Blackjack has got me hooked. Let's go. And I'm working down my bankroll. We got 300 bucks. Ooh, so I could split these now. So there's a 17, I'll stand on that. And a 20, I'll stand on that. Oh, no. Oh, and he hit a 21. That's why you don't gamble, kids. That's why you don't gamble. The house always wins. Change cup. Come down here. What does that? Players progress through levels that become... So is it just like follow the ball in the cup? That is what it is. Okay. All right, it's the middle one. Follow. Are you watching? I think it's over here. Yeah. I guess this is a casino game. It's certainly gambling. Keep an eye on it. I think it's up top here. There's a good variety of different kinds of games. You've got cards. Oh, we haven't seen any dice yet, have we? Any dice? Oh, I didn't pay attention. I lost it. I was contemplating what games we played. Is it here? No. Oh, we get another chance? Is it over there? Well, I guess we'll find it eventually. It's well, I hope it's here. Otherwise, we've been cheated. So was there no penalty for that? I see a row of chips down here. We don't seem to have... I think it's just for decoration, maybe. You know, it's just getting through the levels. I've not been paying attention. Let's try seriously at this next one. Is it going to be the last one I look in? There we go. The next to last. Okay, let's pay attention this time. We're up to 5. It's dropped in that top right. This time I'm going to watch. And I think it's down here. There we go. Yeah, okay. Moving on. We have roulette. All right. Pick where you want to put your chips. Great. So let's see. If I say I want to bet. So it's the B button. You just got to know. Where am I going to put this? I'll just put it on. We'll do a binary. Put it on red. And how much do I want to put on it? That much on red. That much on red. All right. So it's B and then A. Yeah. See, you got to figure things out. So, all right. And then I think you probably hit start. Yep. And then we're going to spin. We're just hoping for red. Hoping for red. You know I'm going to lose. Red. Oh, it was red. All right. So in this little guy's defense, maybe I should read. Press B to switch between table and increments. All right. So I just didn't read the instructions. All right, John. So I can come back here and I can say I want to bet 100. Great. And I go back here and say where to put it. I'll put it on... There we go. So B is to flip back and forth. A is to take action. Got it. And then we'll put some money on 19 also. We'll try one more time. One more spin. Watch it up in this little screen here. Taking a long time. Hey, black. Yeah, well, I put 102 places. I won it and I lost it. All right, moving on. Polar slot machines. So we've got 2 more slot machines. So let's jump in. Let's see what this one says. Yeah, use the D-pad to navigate. A to select. And then, of course... pull the slot arm. I like that you can launch from the info screen as well as from the selection screen. It's just a nice little extra thing. We're going to bet max. There's a spin button, but I'm going to spin. It's a very simple slot machine, isn't it? Oh, and I won. A little bit. So can I just spin again? Yes, I can just spin again. That's what you want to do. Just sit and mindlessly smack that button until you win or lose all your money. I'm back up to my bankroll of 500 there in the corner. A 503, in fact. Oh, more money? More money, come on. Yeah, up to 506. I did cash out a little bit. Oh, that's a fancy light show. Got some dolphins? That's got to be good for something, right? Retro slot. Oh, that's the one from the screenshot. Remember before we took off that little screenshot? That's the retro slot. Let's hop in. There it is. Bet max. I know, punk. Spin. Yeah. Now that's good and loud. Hear that? All right. So I won 5 on that. Cool. So I bet 3 credits, and my wins. So the wins go into credit, and now I'm ahead at 509. There's no way that's going to last. Oh, I won 12. This is how they get you in slot machines. Little gains, little gains. Oh, and more gains. 81. I'm going to keep going. I would be a fool to leave now. I'm making money, honey. Oops, until that happens. There, I won 6. See, I'm going to make it all back. Don't worry. We can always get a new car. And 1-6 on there. Well, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. Something no one ever said in a casino, but I'm going to do it. We'll stop while I'm ahead. Let's take a peek then. So I'm going to hit B to back out of this, and that goes to the flip cards casino. We looked at all the casino games. I want to take a peek at the puzzle game so you know what's here. Look, I have other reviews potentially coming of other casino products. Maybe we can delve into these other non-casino titles there, but I want to give you a flavor of what's here. Backgammon, Free Cell, Box Shift. Now, some of these, this is a puzzle game where you think that you have to move the pieces around and you to fill them in a certain spot. You've probably seen that kind of game. Checkers, obviously. Chess. Let's take a look at chess right quick, just because. First, I think the instructions on chess are, again, so laughable. Checkmate your opponent's king to win. Move the pieces according to their unique movement rules. Why not 5 more pages to show me how to play chess? That would be an easy service, I would think. Look, if these go well, casino player number 2, in a year or 2, maybe you can add more to it to really teach me how to play, maybe coach me how to play. Anyway, let's try it. Ooh, pick your avatar. Let's see. He's pretty nerdy. Oh, my computer. Let's go up against this Visigoth or whatever he is. All right. Look, just move your chess pieces. Follows the rules. He moved right away. None of that lollygagging around. He knew just what he wanted to do. Yeah, fine. Yep, I'm in a bad position already. I've just been screwing around. Is he going to take that pawn? Sure. Cool. Now I can move across here if I want to. Kind of position him to do crazy things. There we go. Yep. You're not going to be happy about this, dude. Oh, no, you put me in check? I'm going to be super unhappy about that, aren't I? Hey, this is a good time to get out of chess. Since I put myself in a pickle. 5 strike. This is kind of a reversey or Othello. Sudoku. I'm sure you know Sudoku. Here's a dice game. This, interestingly, I want to pop in here because this was called Dice Frenzy, and it took me a while. And then I learned it's Sorry. The Pop-O-Matic Trouble, I guess it's not called Trouble, it's Sorry, but the Pop-O-Matic game that has the thing in the middle to the die, that would have been you hit push down in the center, and then you move your little pieces. This is Sorry. Or maybe it's called Trouble. Whichever it is. You've played this game. Tell me in the comments. It's either Sorry or Trouble, and I could look it up, but it's more fun for you to yell at me in the comments, I think. So there's an example of some of the board games that we have. Color Connect, a puzzle game to line up colors to in a certain amount of space. Bridge Builder, Pair Watch. This is like a match game, Then up top here we have more interesting things. Boom Grid, Link Pair. There's info on some of these. Select matching fruit pieces. Clear the board. It's kind of a matching game. Okay. Recall Relay. Remember and select the correct sequence of numbers. Kind of like assignment, it sounds like. Tile Clear. This might be like a mahjong or something. I've not tried this one, honestly. Thick Dice. I gotta find out what a game called Thick Dice is. Okay. Click the odd numbers. Okay. Oh, it's like a reaction thing? All right, Thick Dice. Click the odd numbers. Whoa. Did I do something wrong? I needed so many. Oh, I see. Maybe I had a quota. All right, so that's Thick Dice. I like that all these have a confirmation that say, are you sure you want to get out of it? Shape Shift, again, moving pieces around inside of a maze. Here we look at the info. Navigate through the maze and switch shapes and colors to reach the end. Palette Match. So this is kind of a match 3, match 4 kind of game, I think it says. Push the color blocks to match the target pattern. Yep. Tower Stack. Move falling pieces to match and clear them. Arrange pieces in tower scrape matches. So kind of like Hatris, sounds like to me. Then we have Brain Challenge. Answer various questions. We have a trivia. Let's see what kind of trivia they have in Brain Challenge. I said I was going to do cursory look at these, but which tile is missing? Well, the yellow one. Oh. So all right. So we have. So the yellow something. All right. What's missing? So it starts on the top. Well, it's 2 purple stars. And purple horseshoes. Which tile is missing? Something yellow. And I have time. I have 2 hearts and a star. So it was in one of those orange hearts was missing. brain games, like I played on my DS back in the day. And then Ball Bash, which is knock opponents off the platform using your bumper balls. Well, so this might be the only action game. Is this like in real time I move around? Let's see. Oh, it's like caroms. I see. It's not so much an action game. It's like caroms. I see. Yeah, you're pushing to, yeah, I get it. I get it. So there's this guy, this direction. And then probably a strength meter. Oh, yeah, I didn't hit very hard. 2 to 2. So I need to get over in the middle. So I need to go this direction. Hit him pretty hard. All right. I should be good now, right? I should get this guy off the table if I hit him right. It's just a variety of little desk games, you know. I'm happy with it. I won a game. You win. And was that our last one? And that was 21. Get back out of this. So we have a full 10 casino games that we tried all of those. And then if we come back out, we flip the card and we have 21 puzzle games of which you saw a variety of here, what they're like. There's a lot to offer, but man, for me, that retro slot, the one that was on the sticker, that's the one that I want to play over and over, you know? Max bet, let's go. Executed well, as we see here, I think this casino player is... Now, I mentioned expanding MyArcade's market to other consumers that otherwise might not have been looking at their products, but beyond that, I think it's worth noting that we all don't have a single interest. You know, certainly folks that enjoy retro gaming might also enjoy poker or Baccarat or one of these board games or something. So this is something uniquely new coming from MyArcade that we've not seen before, certainly not in the last, 6, 7, 8 years since they've started kind of turning themselves into a retro games focused company. Now, this is not the end of this little thrust though. They also have a handheld version and a little pixel version of these casino products. If there's an interest, you let me know. We can cover those as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw links to other recent MyArcade reviews I've done over my shoulders here and here. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I cannot wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.